Yes, sir. We back with another reaction. Black balloons for Kevin Hart and a joke that should have never happened. What little folks say? Oh my bad. I gotta change the audio. I got y'all. Give me 1 second. Tripping. All right, we ready. Let's go. Get it ready, bro. You already know what time it is.
All right, y'all. We back with another video, man. Y'all already know what's
Black.
going on, all right? Now, check this out, right? Y'all remember how I was talking about how those Epstein files are just digging up everything as far as any kind of joke, slip up, mention of eating the little ones, any kind of joke about pizza, anything. Everything is coming back, YouTube, TikTok. And so nothing, is changed. And Kevin Hart is at the topic right now, right? Same thing with him. He went on the Breakfast Club and he just so happened to make a joke about eating little ones, right? Charlemagne asked him a question they both knew about already, and they try to, Charlemagne tried to phrase the question, or Kevin Hart tried to talk about it as if it was like this outrageous joke, and Kevin Hart just openly said, "Yeah, I'm down with it. This is what I do." Like Charlemagne said something about the Illuminati, and then Kevin Hart just openly was like, "Yeah, I'm down with it. We be eating little ones."
That's
all
wild,
that
bro.
stuff, right?
Lie.
So
I joke about.
I went on and I just found a couple of more different things with Kevin Hart, and this is where we're at now. The Epstein files is going to continue to bring this stuff back to light, and I was just like, you know what? Let's go ahead and make another video showing some of these clips from Kevin Hart and some of the things that he jokes about, but we all know is the truth. And I want to show y'all another clip. It's like he's talking about a lot of stuff on Breakfast Club. I may have to put a picture over it slightly for copyright. But he also talked about how he felt really uncomfortable when Shaq was basically trying to beat his back in a little skit that they was doing. Y'all remember when Shaq had him bent over on the car and they were acting like police officers, and Shaq was,
Bro,
he was pounding
going on
them,
here, bro?
Pretending to pound, crazy. But he talked about that as well, which could be looked at as a ritual or just flat out telling you what they really be doing to each other. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this first
What's going
clip from
on
the
here,
Breakfast
Shaq?
Club. Thought y'all would find this interesting, as obviously it relates to the current topics. Check this out, y'all.
According to the internet, I've been in the Illuminati. What's the thing where they said people eating babies? What was that?
That was the gate, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was in that too.
You in the gate?
That's what they said.
Wow, they wild.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was eating babies.
You up there.
Wow.
They think you like,
So what is that? So
wow.
Illuminati is not the same thing.
No, I don't think it's might be the same elite circles.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they eating babies for sure.
That's what they say, yeah.
They eating babies.
So the restaurant is going to be a baby-based restaurant, so you're going to eat babies. What is it? What is it?
Don't play like you don't know, Kevin. We've seen other interviews.
Call it the room with the door behind it. You never get to that door. We always got through the first door. Yeah. We were so excited about being in that room that we never looked at the next door.
Cuts the break.
I'm gonna stop right here.
Look.
We're back.
This is like, come on, this look on Jay-Z's face says it all. Guessing here, he finally went through that door.
You see his face? Yo, hold on 1 second. I want to take a minute to show y'all my merchandise. If you see anything you like, go ahead and get you some. You'll be out there looking fly, looking fresh. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Back to the video.
You've had this, but I've had people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And you've been on. Oh, they're in the room.
We know you know.
Now, that Breakfast Club interview, I think that was back in 2023. And obviously, the whole pizza thing, it's been well known, but they damn near gaslight you. They Ben knew about it. Kevin Hart knows about it. I mean, he jokingly or seriously told you he has a clone, multiple clones of themselves. And we all know comedians tell the truth all the time through jokes. It's like their way of disclosing things as a comedian. Charlemagne the God knows about it. He blatantly asked him, has the Illuminati approached you to sacrifice anyone? And it's almost like Kevin Hart chose to go the little one route, eating the little one's route. And the clip I also want to show, I could probably just throw it in here real quick with the whole Shaq thing. I just thought it was interesting because, their dynamic was always kind of playful like that. But in a sense, like I said in the beginning of the video, it gives us that humiliation ritual type vibe.
Do you ever tell Shaq to like really back up off you? Because he'd be kind of sexually assaulting you in a little bit.
What? Shaq, well, come on. I mean,
just a little.
Listen, what? There's only one time when Shaq has done some crazy shit. Now,
okay.
Where I was uncomfortable.
And what was it?
That was on Real Husbands when that whole thing that's on the internet that they.
Oh yeah. But that wasn't scripted, right?
No, it wasn't scripted.
I bet it was.
It was a moment when honestly, I'm gonna be real with you, I couldn't do nothing about it. Like I was like, yeah, they got to cut, right? Like, this is, this is before I put a little size on. Not to say that I could do something to Shaq, but I didn't. It was a very frail version of me, and this is when Shaq was like, when they were like just talking about Shaq being a cop, and he really was a cop. We think it would be funny as fuck. Shaq pulled me over on Real Husbands of Hollywood, and like Shaq is like basically about to arrest me, and he fucking, everybody can't improv.
Say what he did to you, Kev.
I'm not gonna. I don't need to repeat it.
And that's crazy. They kept rolling. They knew Kevin was kept rolling.
You don't even have to say this. We're not even gonna discuss.
Well, for people who haven't seen it, Real Husbands is a great show. You should watch it.
It's a great show,
but it's online.
Yeah, but what we're not gonna do is make it seem like something that it wasn't. So what he did was he grabbed me when I got out the car, and he just tried to get a little physical, right? It was like
pat you down.
Yeah, but it's like everybody doesn't improv the same.
Yeah,
Comedy is an art. Like you ever see comedians when they try to like improv and some of them go too far or they don't know when to stop.
Right.
You're like, hey man, we gotta end the scene. Like you can't go over there like, oh yeah, well your mama. And you're like, well, my mom, you can't bring up moms because we don't know who our moms are in this scene. It's like
I just Googled it.
Yeah, well,
and it says #pause of the week. Hey yo, nah, Shaq, you straight violated Kevin Hart. You literally took that man to Pound Town.
Right. Did he? No, this is what you're doing is ridiculous. That's actually nuts.
Nuts?
Nah, that's nuts.
That's nuts.
He grabbed me, throws me over the car, and he starts humping me.
And I know we know this stuff about Kevin Hart, but the point of me really doing this video is because of so much stuff coming up with these files. Now, I also want to show y'all a clip from the Conspiracy Files channel or his TikTok where he goes in a little bit more about the theory behind, the Epstein files, Jeffrey Epstein and so on, and them eating little ones. And there's a lot of references to different kinds of food, cream cheese, muffins that a lot of people are, tying to the little ones being ate and used for certain type of videos and what. All just sick, twisted stuff. But I thought it would be worth watching. So check this out, y'all.
Did Jeffrey Epstein and his friends consume human meat? Did they eat babies? Well, I have some shocking new things to show you. First of all is this email exchange sent in July of 2009. I do not know who this was sent to and who Jeffrey was talking to, but as you can see, somebody at the bottom writes Jeffrey and says, LOL, I don't know if cream cheese and baby are on the same level. And then they talk about a schedule and a fuel explosion. I don't know what that even means. But yeah, disturbing. I don't know if cream cheese and baby are on the same level. I mean, babies are babies. Cream cheese is a food that you eat, obviously. And then above that, Epstein writes back, there are millions of babies, very little good vegetable cream cheese. So you can make of that what you will, but to me it really seems like they're discussing eating babies. I mean, I don't really know what to make of that. There's also a lot of what seems to be coded speak in the Epstein files dealing with muffins. For example, here's one email found in the files that says, hey Lynn, can you please make sure I have some muffin batter and baked muffins to take with us tomorrow to the ranch? Thanks. Then here's another email. T passed on your rude Easter creature movie. Thought you might like Nutty. I doubt he is up to your normal muffin standard. Hope to see you soon. Whatever that means. Here's another one you can pause to read if you'd like. The other thing he would like to change is the size of his muffins. Could you please bake the muffins for Mr. Epstein, make them smaller in size? Your muffin proportions are good. However, they should have no brown sugar on the top. Then again, woohoo, I'm so happy for you. Gobble down a muffin, take a nice long shower, and crawl into bed. Just such a strange email. And this one's pretty bizarre. Hi, Sonam. Jeffrey might come back to New York, June, yada yada. I think we should get the muffin ingredients on the airplane this Friday, June 8th, just in case. Do any of the ingredients expire quickly, or will all be okay until June 20th? Then in response, there's nothing that will expire quickly, and all the ingredients will be ready by tomorrow and will get in airplane this Friday. Then super, thank you. So what the hell kind of muffin are they talking about here? What kind of muffin do you have to fly in ingredients for from God knows where? What type of ingredients get into an airplane? What's up with all of the speak of muffin? There's tons of mentions of pizza, tons of mentions of muffins in these emails. And to me and many others online, this looks to be code speak. Obviously, I don't think they're talking about actual muffin ingredients here, unless there's some super bougie, incredibly sensitive muffin that only the super elite uber rich know about and eat on a regular basis. And yeah, it goes back to messages like this: millions of babies, very little good vegetable cream cheese. And it really makes you wonder what all these people were eating when they were hanging out with Epstein and his gang of ghouls.
Now, obviously, they're not talking about muffins. Yes, it's definitely very coded. They are not talking about muffins. You don't create an email thread about muffin ingredients and the freshness of it and planes and it's too big and it's this and that. They already know what's going on. You know, people of, that stature with that much money, they prepare for stuff like this. They know certain emails and stuff have to be coded. They know eventually this stuff was gonna be found. It was gonna be seen. That's why I got this photo up of What You Wish For, the movie that's been going viral lately, and I just watched it myself. And I'm actually glad I did. This started going viral because of the files. It's just like I said, files just been digging up all kind of stuff. Now, I definitely encourage y'all to go watch this. It's on Hulu. Insane. Insane. It's gonna start off a little slow, but it gets pretty good. Insane. Spoiler alert coming up. So this right here just pretty much tells you what it is, and they're in it forever. This guy assumes the role of his friend that he hadn't seen in 12 years. He goes to this crazy looking island, right? His friend invites him out there. They haven't seen each other in 12 years. He doesn't know what his friend is into. They're both chefs. They're both great chefs, but he doesn't know how his friend is living this lavish lifestyle, traveling, so on and so on. He gets there. He's like, dang, how you doing all this stuff? How you keeping up with it? The friend is vague. Don't really tell him. So one morning, he wakes up, and his friend done unalived himself. His friend unalived himself. He knew his friend was there for a very important dinner, and so he decides to assume the role of his friend. And now when the people show up, who are a part of this agency, who are worth, they're billionaires basically. Mind you, he's getting paid $300K for one dinner, for one night, a couple of hours. So he assumes the role of the chef. And now when the people come who are in charge of setting up the dinner, they're telling him, have you got the meat ready? Did you vet the meat? And he's confused. He's like, what are you talking about? So they go pull up into this town. They're in another country, mind you, poor people. They pull up to this town and they're like, all right, we need 2 of them. Whoa. And he's still confused. And he finally started to realize what's going on. He started getting sick to the stomach. He like, oh, you need 2 people. He thinking they talking about pork, beef. He's like, no, we need 2 humans. And they can't be sick. They need to be healthy. That's why he comes to the, to the place they're having the dinner early. He comes days before so he can scout and get 2 healthy people. And they basically, they off those people. They bring them back to the crib, make sure they good and healthy. and they chop them up and serve them for dinner. And there are people who pay 1 million plus to have the dinner. The agency is responsible for getting the meat, providing the dinner, and these rich people pay 1.5 million per dinner per person to eat humans, literally to eat humans.
That's crazy.
And they have like 4 main courses, and then they have dinner, and then they have dessert. And it's, they may request something crazy from the body. Like one of them requested to eat the tongue for dessert. Tongue sorbet. So I'm giving y'all a full spoiler alert. I'm sorry, but it's still worth to go and actually watch the movie, just so you can see it for yourself. And of course, he tries to do everything he can to get out of it and escape, but nothing ends up working in his way, and it just ends with him realizing he's never getting out. The only way you get out of that cult is by death, and you become dinner for the next billionaires who want to eat you. I'm not going to tell y'all all the details for the people that want to go watch it, because it's sick what they actually do to one of the detectives who's trying to figure out where his son went. It's sick. I ain't going to tell y'all that part. I'll leave something, out there for y'all to watch. But this is what these people do. This is what it's about. This is basically like a death cult that set up dinners to eat people. It's crazy. There's one way in, one way out, and that's death. That's it. So this right here is the reality of it, and I really think you don't come up with these kind of movies if this doesn't really exist. This movie actually was crazy. Definitely go watch this one, y'all. I think that is it. I don't think I had anything else I wanted to show in this one. If I do, I'll probably end this video off with a clip and I won't come back and talk. But I think this was it, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one, man. Sunday. It's Black Balloon. I'm gonna see y'all soon, all right?
Appreciate you, man, all the way to the end of the video. Yeah, man. Shaq, Kevin Hart, Lil Wild, 2 Wild Boys. But yeah, hit the subscribe, hit the like button, man. Shout out Black Balloons, bro. You already know what's going on with me, bro. I'm gone, man.